It seems like this is working extremely well. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit and see just how much iron I get. It's been quite some time and there's golems everywhere. We seem to have a slight problem here. I'm going to try and add walls around the side to stop this from happening. And despite a lot of the golems getting away, we have got so much iron from this. It is extremely efficient. That's a job well done if you ask me. Now we can head back home. Should probably add some seagrass to this place. And I think it's ready. I think once it has some axolotls swimming around in it, it'll look a little bit more lively. Here are my 3 precious axolotls. Let's put all of these right into here. We've got one! We have got a blue axolotl! Oh my goodness, this took so long. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've been up and down that spout, but alright, let's get this guy in a bucket so that he can't despawn. There we go! Blue axolotl has been obtained. This guy is going to get his own special tank for now. All the walls to this tank can be made from ice. Let's also fill it up with water. And this little fella can go right there. There we go. Plus, if I get some tropical fish and pick up an axolotl, then this guy can be released here. I can breed them together if I'm careful. There we go. There's a chance to get a blue one now. It's a 50-50 chance more or less. We got a yellow one. Are you kidding me? I'll have to wait a bit before breeding them again, but at least we made progress. And there's not much else to do except just hold right click and spawn all the withers. This is now full of withers. It's extremely noisy and it looks absolutely crazy. I'm just going to add a lever here which will let me turn the chunk loader off or on. And let's test this out. I'm going to see if I've removed all hostile mobs from my world. Turns out it's the middle of the day, so we're going to have to wait till night to test this out. As you can see, it is nighttime right now and there is not a single mob in sight. Look at it. It's the middle of the night. And there's just nothing anywhere. This just completely changes everything in Minecraft. It just makes it so much more relaxing. So yeah, peaceful mode has been achieved in hardcore difficulty. What's left me to do now is to see if it works all the way from my house. Okay, here we go. I'm going to press the button. It's going to take a little while for the signal to go. Nothing's happened. Something's gone wrong. I don't know how, but one of the nuggets didn't go in the hopper, so I'm going to have to do something like that to try and stop that. Take 2. It worked. Hang on a minute. It worked. I pushed it a second time, but I think it worked the first time. It just took longer than I thought. And whenever I use this machine, I can just throw another one in, and then it's going to be permanently loaded and waiting. This time I'm going to time it. I'm going to see how long it takes from me pushing the button to get all the way there. There we go. It was in 12 seconds. I can get from my house to here in 12 seconds. That's insane. It's loads more selective breeding, and I have a load more mutants. And I think I can now release the pandas from the boats and start trying to get the brown panda. And I'm also going to separate out all the weak pandas, you know, without killing them. Instead, I'll just lead them into here. And I think that this is the final weak panda to come in here. Now all the pandas are released, I'm going to try and mix them all up and randomly breed them all. And hopefully, we get some brown ones eventually by doing this. Because the way I've done this, most of these pandas either have the normal gene, the brown gene, or the weak gene. 1 in 4 of these pandas are going to have the brown panda gene. And I need to get lucky and breed 2 of those together. And then 1 in 4 times of those 2 breeding together, you get a brown panda. So you know, this is just such a difficult thing. But finally, we have got one. We have got the brown panda. And we got 2. Oh my goodness, we got 2. Okay, fine. I tell you what, what are the chances of getting 2 in one thing? So I guess that now means that the saga is over. I can finally stop breeding pandas. Look, we can put these 2 together. There we go. All these random pandas that I have hidden around, they can all be released from their cages and they can come outside. And the same goes for all these pandas that were trapped up here. They shall all be released into the jungle. Yep, pandas are definitely not an endangered species anymore. And I'll be back for these 2 brown pandas later. 8 pieces of clay, set them all off smelting, then turn them into black terracotta and cook it again. And these can then be taken. Then I can mine out these 4 blocks and replace it with this glazed terracotta. And that allows me to see the perfect place to aim when throwing. And as an added touch, I'm just going to add sea lanterns around the edge. We'll also load up these droppers and everything should now be good to go. Although one final thing I could do is craft another hopper, place it right there and put a double chest on top. I don't see how anything can go wrong now, so I'm going to go ahead and test it out. Let's flick this lever and then I'm going to reload the world. Guardians will be spawning as we speak. In fact, here they are. They're already coming through. I've been dispensed the damage. So if I go ahead and hold right click and press F3 and T, it's going to take all of them out, as you can kind of see. And in theory, that should be it. The farm should now be AFKing. Look at that, it worked like a charm. I was just waiting for it and it worked perfectly. According to the map, we're getting very close. In fact, so close that we're flying over the top of it. Now, what am I going to do at this mansion? Well, I don't need totems. I don't need emeralds. I just, for some reason, have a desire to burn their house to the ground. Yeah, don't look at me like that. This place is going in smoke. This is going to be done to the entire roof. Is this what it's like to be a griefer? Because honestly, this feels amazing. Now I've just got to find the entrance and check on the good work. I was unsuccessful in finding that, but what I did find was a random rubbish chest. Okay, yeah, it seems I've caused a lot of destruction. Just complete ruin everywhere, but there is kind of a reason for me doing this. You see, in doing this, it will release all of the secret chests. Oh my goodness, I just found one. Oh, were you trying to... Oh, is that your loot? This is what I was looking for, okay? another notch apple. Because chests don't burn, so we can find the secret ones in the wall and hopefully get good stuff. But I've already got the good stuff I wanted. Now, was it worth it? Has it actually revealed any new chests to me? Well, so far the answer is no. No, it didn't. Hey, buddy, don't be angry at me like this. No, I'm sorry about what I did, okay? Maybe it wasn't a good idea. But despite that, I still did get notch apple number 12. So, you know, it was a pretty successful mission. But I'm going to leave that destruction behind. Oh, no, I burned down half the forest as well. Yeah, I'm just going to leave. I do not want to be any part of that whatsoever. I have to make a minor modification to the creeper farm. Instead of having these wide areas that the creepers can fall down and then they don't have a problem with entity cramming, I'm going to break these trapdoors, replace it with glass, and also place glass up there. Do the same thing on this side. Break these two chests and change them to be hoppers. And then in here, I'm going to place vines all the way around the edge, as well as mine these hoppers and do the same thing at this level. And when I just said hoppers, I actually mean trapdoors. I'm also going to block up the back of the portal so the creepers can only fall down one side. And now when the creepers come through, they'll all fall into here, but they won't die because they'll try climbing on the vines, and that prevents entity cramming from happening. So yeah, it'll be fine. I'm going to build a glass tunnel that goes up really, really high. Then I'm going to build a portal all the way up here. I've made a note of the coordinates. I'm going to light it and go right the way down here. Then up here, I'll build another portal with coordinates that match up exactly. And when I head through, in theory, yep, it matches up perfectly. Then I want to break this chest so that these two hoppers can face into it, and I need a different block. And that different block is going to be hay bales. They're going to go here so that if I accidentally land on them, I don't hurt myself. But we're also going to put vines all the way around, and these are going to be designed to catch me. So the plan for this is when I come out of the portal, it'll be very laggy, so I'm just going to walk forward, allow myself to fall. Yeah, the vines will catch me. The wheat will stop fall damage if I accidentally land on there instead. And then if I just get rid of the... I can get rid of the vines, and I can take out the creepers without the thing that happened before possibly happening. There's just one thing left to do, and that is to test it out. A couple of days have passed, and I know that it's pretty laggy because I can't really eat. You know, it just never works. I can't sleep, I can't do anything. So yeah, this is now to test out if I can get rid of these creepers without things going wrong. Taking me a long time to get through the portal, but now we're here. So we need to just turn around and then just walk forward. That's all I got to do. Walk forward. We're now falling, and it looks like we've landed on the vines. Those are creepers seem to be dying. I haven't even touched them yet, but now I can finish the job. And there we go, just like that. The frame rate's coming back. And that is every creeper gone. As you can see, we've got loads and loads of gunpowder. Oh my goodness, okay, and then I just broke the machine. I was going to adjust something, but now we need to completely fix the machine. And I blew it up again. Are you kidding me? Well, that's mission accomplished in repairing the machine. Like that, perfect. And then I want to go and I want to turn on this machine. If I flick this lever and do it on all the sides, it will then block up the furnaces and I can harvest the XP. So you can see we're on level 468, but as you can see, we're going up quite a bit considering, you know, we're just emptying from furnaces. Already, we're going to go up like nearly half level. We haven't even done them all. So you can see this is a great way to get XP. And once it's running at full capacity, it's going to be so powerful. It's also a good way to get a little bit of extra green dye. Then when I'm done, I just flick that. The machine will carry on working again as normal. And I can collect up all the other furnaces. And the good thing about this is the furnace can hold infinite XP. And it doesn't matter how much is in there. You get all of it instantly, which is why it is better than other farms. Because whilst the Guardian farm will produce loads of XP, I can only absorb some of it so fast. Whereas with the Cactus farm, I can have like an infinite amount of XP instantly. It's just so much quicker. And as you can see from that, I just got 12 levels, which is quite a lot to say that it's not running at full speed. And it's very quick. And it just runs whilst I'm using the Guardian farm. So over there, I'm passively getting XP from the cactuses. Meanwhile, I can just AFK here and keep getting the XP. As you can see, look how slowly the Guardian one goes up. You know, it's not particularly fast. And it's just takes so long to absorb the XP compared to the furnaces.